crafty friends, and how are you this morning? I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Is it morning? Is it evening? I've already seen it's 8 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia, because our Sarah is on and she's already chatting. 8 p.m. What's going to happen today? Is Wednesday a good day, Sarah? I hope it is. She can tell us because she's in the future. So anyway, I digress. Good morning and welcome to Crafters TV. It's going to be a fantastic day. I'm really, really excited because this is my first time ever presenting a show with the fabulous Sheena. I am so excited. I am planning. Morning, Sheena. Oh, she was there.
I was just listening to you going, oh, this sounds good. I think I'll keep watching.
Yeah, you keep watching.
I was engrossed.
I know. We're not even talking about how many coffees you had. Sheena is, we're just going to wind her up and set her off, and she's going to last the whole day till 8 p.m. tonight. She's ready to go. So we've got two fantastic shows. Well, we've got Wake Up Call, which is going to be brilliant. And then we've got our Colour Me Happy. Where are we? 3 p.m. I have to think about this with the new show times. And then we'll be back at 6 p.m. with our beautiful beginnings. Now, you've seen me demonstrate some of these things. We've got a lovely collection here. And you've seen all my crafty friends do this. Debbie's and Craig and Jan and Michelle and all the rest of them. I'm looking forward to seeing Sheena's take on them because I'm sure it's going to be a little bit different. So let's go say good morning to Sheena and see if she can give us a little teaser of what we've got to come for today. Good morning, Sheena.
Good morning, Corrine. I'm looking forward to this because, like, it's the first time we've worked together.
It is.
Like this.
I know.
Yay.
We've known each other for years, haven't we?
Have, and I've had loads of coffee, so Corinne's not worried at all. So the thing is, right, you know what I'm like? I have like everything planned before I leave, and then I get here and I go, oh, we should do that, and then we should do it. I'm spoilt for colouring products, spoilt for products. It's all mostly going to be about the colouring today. We're going to really focus on colouring, Corrine. I think that's a good day for, you know, really starting baby steps with all these colouring products that we have in the Spectrum Noir range, which are fabulous. And the Sarah Signature collection, I'm really looking forward to playing with that because it's nice to play with somebody else's stuff sometimes. Yeah. And so the way I'm going to link it up with very soon is we're going to make some cool backgrounds with the tricolour aquas, and then bring in some of the elements from the Signature collection. Ooh. So, you know, if you just like making backgrounds and things, we can use those dyes and, you know, embossing foil, there's loads to play with in there. And then obviously with the trees as well. That's Brilliant. The plan. Brilliant.
You'll be proud of me, Sheena. I've got a little pile starting in the my craft room of backgrounds I've been making after watching some of your shows. So I was doing a sparkle show on Hobby Maker the other day. So I got making backgrounds, and then I had all that I needed for the show, but I couldn't stop, so I carried on going, and I've got a nice little pile ready to go when we need them. It's good fun. I really enjoy it. So we're not here on our own. We've got loads of people watching you. In the gallery, we have got Dean and Sam. I think we've got you both all day? Yep. Yeah, Dean had to think about that. He had to think, was he here all day? I hope he is. Otherwise, it's going to be a very interesting show at 6 p.m. Yeah, they're here. And we've got Victoria on the socials for at least this morning's show. I don't know the schedule for that, so we'll find out who's here later. But Victoria this morning. We have Jake and our Tracy on floor at the moment. Tracy's only in till lunchtime, but we've got them both. So if we need anything, there shouldn't be a problem. We've got lots of people here to help us. Now, you are all watching us already. We've got Margaret May is good morning all. Looking forward to seeing what you have in store for us today. Exciting things. We've got Charlotte Everett saying, hello, all my craft is lovely. Thank goodness you are back on YouTube. Yes, it all got sorted last night, about 7:30, 7:45. And I have seen an internet van out in the car park, so there should be no problems today at all. As I already said, Sarah Brown is in from Melbourne, Australia, and it's 8 p.m. with her. I don't feel too guilty. It's not quite bedtime. Kerry Carney says, good morning to everyone. I'm ready to jump into crafting with a song in my heart. Well, we couldn't ask for any more, Kerry. So that's going to be brilliant. Carolyn Wilson is in from Florida. Betty is in from Oklahoma. Lois is in from Ohio. Debbie Durant says, morning, lovely peoples. Lois is happy that she can watch on YouTube again. Polly Newsom says, it's 4:57 a.m. here in Midland, Texas. Did you get up to watch us, Polly, or were you already up and you happened to put us on? I hope you've had to get up for another reason, and we're just making that early start a bit easier for you. We've got Coral Scott in from Oxford in the UK. Marianne Rosie says hi at all. We've got Karen in from Adelaide in Australia. We've got Sherry Miller in. Marianne Rosie says it's 4 a.m. for me. Oh dear, that is early. Melanie D says good morning all. 5 a.m. in Oklahoma with Betty. Nanny to the girl says good morning from a dark early morning central Wisconsin. It is getting darker early on a morning, I'm noticing that. Kerry says Sheena Douglas motivates me to try new projects. What more could you ask?
Well, that's brilliant. That's kind of like that's the point of me.
That's
really,
the ultimate praise, isn't it? I think
it's the ultimate praise.
It really is. So brilliant, Kerry.
Fantastic.
Phil Watson says good morning all. So does Michelle Harris. Oh, she says I like my hair. Thank you. She just tied it up last night and this is what happened this morning. Sandra Dundas says good morning to everyone, including all her crafty chatty chums. Leslie Smith is in. So is Lynn Morton. Sandra Dundas just stamped some squirrels and robins for the break. There we are. Perfect. Nicole, is saying hi. Oops, it jumped. Corrine, Sheena and team watching whilst I work in my craft room. She loves Sheena Wednesdays. Well, we all do. Beth is in from Indiana. Sandra is in from Belgium. We've got Carol in Cornwall. Wendy Gray and good morning. Corrine, Sheena, Team Social and all the crafters. I'm busy embossing leaves. Oh, that sounds interesting. Sherry Miller says, hello, lovely Sheena, queen of messy crafts and colour. I like to think queen of colour, definitely. And Christine from Altoona in Pennsylvania. Oh, never heard of that. We have people from everywhere. And finally, for this round, Mrs. A Crafts, good morning from Alabama. Right. That's how we've got here so far, but I want to share a few little things with you before we start. Now, you've seen on here, we've already put the details of our weekday wonder. Now, first of all, weekday wonder, double points. We love our double points. We're all super excited about that. I'm actually going to open the box and get this out because we all love our Gemini Mini. What better than having a pink Gemini Mini? So this is the Gemini 2 Mini, or as we're calling it. So it matches your Gemini 2. Isn't that fantastic? Still the same amazing power, the same ease of use, forwards, backwards, the same plate combination, everything the same as the original, but it's been upgraded to the new Gemini pink, raspberry pink colours, which I'm loving. Now this should be $29.99. That's the price for your Gemini Mini, $49.99. But because it's a weekday wonder, we're also going to throw in the Gemini Mini bag, the storage bag. If you want to use it for your Gemini Mini, then brilliant. If you want to use it for anything else, do you know what? I think this would make a brilliant, pen store. But I would think, you know what, mate, I'm like my flower making. All my ball tools with my stamens and things.
a number
I bet
of
you could.
uses for that. I'd probably multi-buy that, to be
Yeah.
honest, because here's another I've used a backpack.
Yeah.
And trying to get anything out of the big, just open space.
Yeah,
is a
loose.
nightmare.
You don't want it
Whereas
loose.
if you put something like that in, you can find
Yeah,
things.
exactly. Well, you said about multi-buy, you don't have to buy that today because that is effectively free when you buy your Gemini 2. So that is brilliant. So if you are platinum, it's going to go down to $23.99 or $39.99, and that's going to get you both the Gemini Mini in the lovely raspberry pink and the bag as well. And don't forget, we like it down here, your double points as well. So that is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, if you want that, like I say, weekday wonder all this week. Make sure you get it whilst we've got it in stock. There we are. Perfect. Okay, so then first collection we're going to look at today. Oh, sorry. We're going to look at the website first, are we? There we go. I forgot to mention this. Right, here's the website. Now you see on there, oops, didn't mean that. We've got every day's school day. Today, it's all about colouring. That's what you'd expect with our Sheena being in. And we're going to give you 25% off all of these lovely goodies in our colouring section. Whether it's your pencils, we've got colour blend pencils, aqua pencils. We've got all sorts, 25% off. What's that going? That's going down to £18.74. You have to excuse me, I've got contact lenses in today, so I can't see very well over there. We've got the blending solution, you've got the little sanding blocks for your paper stubs. Well, we're going down into, what are those? Are there aqua pencils, tricolour aquas? There we go, we've got all of those. So many different ones, but please just go and have a look through there. Be inspired by what our Sheena shows you today, and then go and have a look down there. And there is so much on there. Every day's a school day. We are going to change that category every day, but like I say, all day today, 25% off colouring. So yeah, really, really exciting. Okay, now we'll go back to where I thought we were. Now we have got our Sarah Signature collection. This is our gorgeous, gorgeous Once Upon a Time Sarah Sig collection. So this is a selection, obviously, because it's been going a little while. Some bits have sold out, and we have got some individuals of the really, really low stock items. So if you don't see what you want here, go and have a look on the website, because there are a couple of items individually, but believe you me, they are really, really low stock. So you've got your Princess Silhouette. She is lovely. I think that one was going to look lovely over one of Sheena's backgrounds. We've got a couple of silhouette ones here. We've also got our Happily Ever After, another lovely little silhouette one. This is stunning, the fabulous fountain. I've seen so many different ways to use this on the lid of a box, behind it a shaker card, adding your glitters, so many ways to use it. We've got a couple of sentiments. We've got Once Upon a Time as a die, and also as a stamp and die set, You Are Magical. So lovely ones to do that. Really sort of uplifting ones. We've got our beautiful Make-A-Wish. Now this is a die, and then you've got the stamps as well. I mean, how many times are you going to use these lovely stars and splashes and, you know, firework you want in all of your makes? Then we've got our, let me remind this one. This one is, yeah, it's a 2D embossing folder. I just had to hold it. Enchanting Rose. Now, yes, they're saying in my ear, you will recognise some films that might be, you might think of that to work with, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And as an embossing folder, it works beautifully. And then, again, I think this one is is this a 2D or 3D? It feels, I think it's 2D. It's 2D. It's the glass slipper. I have done some lovely projects with this, and I love that you've got this, what I'd call white space, perfect space to be putting all your sentiments on as well. Absolutely stunning when it's finished. And also, we're going to give you your pearl ink pads in those 4 beautiful, beautiful colours. You've got the purple, the green, the pink, and the cerise. Now, there's a lot there, and we're going to give you all of that. That should be about £65 or $83, I think. I can't see that closely, but today you're going to get it for £49 or $62, which is a brilliant, brilliant price, a massive saving. And then your platinum price is £39.20 or $49.60. I've used this. I know how I would use it. Sheena's got some samples, and then we're going to show you how Sheena would use this collection. There we are.
Fantastic. I've got some, yeah, these are amazing. You know what? I am not your woman for cutting out and things, but this is fantastic. You know what? I'm going to get a bit inkier with them, but I love this. Look at everything that's included there. That it just all comes together. I just love that. So you can do that straight out of the box.
Yeah,
that's so
it's
cool.
absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. And then smaller format cards too. So it works for you know, different size if you're looking at making them more affordable to post. A little bit of like a grungy kind of torn paper with a background there. Hey, she's so cute, isn't she? It's fab. And then again, more inspirations. That shaker card. No, it's not a shaker card. It's a window. Look at that. Like a little magical portal. This is really cool, this embossing folder. So the thing is, emboss it, then colour it in as this person's done here. This is fabulous. And then taking it further again, a little bit more colouring, a little bit more if you're a little bit, take it a bit further with your colour blend pencils, your aquas, whatever you want to use. And we'll be using all, oh, isn't that lovely? That's stunning. Absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous, that, isn't it? I love that beautiful one.
Yeah, really, really gorgeous. And that's all really in the folder with that one wording. It's such a, it looks impressive, but it's quite a quick
it is. It's really, really easy to do.
Yeah. And then this one here, another little card there with the swans. It's like Swan Lake, the ballet, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yes.
A bit of dancing there, a bit like me and Darcy. We do that frequently. And that fountain's stunning. That there is the one, right, so you know, we do our own thing with different styles of crafting. Yeah, mine's messy. My eye went straight to that fountain as well as the other die cuts, because that with some cool, blingy, swirly, gorgeous, full-on colour backing paper behind that. How cool would that look? Either white or black silhouette, or even a mirror over the top.
It looked beautiful.
Absolutely magical that would look. So yeah, great for you if you want to do messy backgrounds. That's perfect for that. So yeah, some inspiration there.
Excellent. Yeah, so like we say, if you want that, that's £49 today or $62. And your platinum price is going to drop down to £39.20. £49.60. So once Sheena's popped all of those away, she's going to show us, like she said, she would use them very differently. So let's have a look and see how Sheena would use some of that collection.
Okay, so here's the thing, because we've got so many colouring products and we've got that fabulous deal on with all the colouring products as well, what I thought was we'd use just a little bit of the word in the die cuts to show off against those backgrounds. So what I've done is I've just had a cutting fest this morning, and I cut out these gorgeous, and I tell you what, I was so impressed with how fine these are.
They are,
If you want super fine detail and intricate die cutting, you can't get any better than that, can you? I mean, really, if you can, I haven't seen it. It's like almost thread.
It doesn't twist or pull at all, does it?
It's absolutely gorgeous. And what I did, and here's the other thing, this is the big ask. If it'll cut out of a coated card like this is the glitter card, that is definitely a good sign to have a die that's that intricate, but will still cut out of that tougher card to cut, because obviously some cards are easier to cut than others. That is, I'm well happy. So what I've done in preparation to create some fabulous backgrounds, I've kind of foraged. I've got this word in here, and I've also taken this little stamping collection from that.
I can see that one's right up your street.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I was like I homed in on that one, like the magpie, straight to that one. But what I have done, and what makes I think these look even better, is if you match them up. If you cut a black and a glittery, it just offsets that so much. It gives it much more impact. Your eye goes to it.
It does. It makes them stronger as well, doesn't it? Because you've got multiple layers.
And you know, even if it's just very, very slightly offset. So just to save time, I thought rather than run it through the Gemini, I would just, because like I say, I'm really going to pack this colouring into these shows today, and these would go through that mini as well, wouldn't they, Corrine?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just thinking that. I used the full-size Gemini, but
I know, 'cause you do sometimes, when it's on your desk, you forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, these were just made to go through your mini, and they will cut beautifully, like you say, even through the coated cardstock, your black cardstock, all of which are quite tough, because the black cardstock isn't an easy one to die cut at the best of time. Because I think it's got more, it's more fibrous, isn't it?
It is more fibrous. That's it. It's not the thickness of the card, it's the composition of the card. You can have a thin card, right? If you take it to the extremes, acetate. Acetate is really tough to cut unless you put a bit of copy paper in with it above the acetate. Then it cuts great, much better. Did you know that tip?
No, I didn't.
Yes, that's it. Oh, this is a one from way back, and you know what? If I had a better memory, I'd probably give you more tips, but they fall out my head. What can I say? It's my age. But that's a really good one for cutting acetate. If you put a bit of copy paper over your acetate, then cut your acetate, guys. It's much better to cut. But back onto that, like from one extreme to the other. Easy card, difficult to cut acetate, then a glitter card, a coated card because of the composition. And then to the other extreme, super easy to cut, something like a craft card, because craft card is kind of a lighter weight, even though it's thicker, the fibres are more open, it's not as dense, so that cuts easy. So don't think it's you or the machine or anything, it's just you've got to tweak it for the card you're using. So here's what I've done. I thought these three magicals, even just that one die, that's going to be a base for one of my backgrounds I'm going to create.
Right.
And then I'm going to use this Once Upon a Time on another one. And we're just going to now move on to playing with the aquas and give you some heads up with those ones as well. But that's in prep for having a bit of a messy play now.
Excellent, excellent. So you're going to be using our Aqua pen. So shall I show you what we've got on offer? I have just got the boards here. So I've got 1, 2, I've only got, there's 3 packs of Aquas, isn't there?
There is
I
three.
have got 3 boards. Yeah. There we go, I have got 3 boards. Right, so this is going to give you all 3, I believe, of your Aqua pen collections. And each one of those has got 3 pens in this one. So this is your Essentials Neutral. And then it's got your Earthy Neutral with chestnut, desert and topaz, so you can see how they blend together there. Then you've got your rich neutral, I love this, your burgundy, your tan and your sepia. But look at that, when you drag out the colours, even though you think that's sepia, it's going to drag out the sort of purple tones and things within it when you water it down. I love this one here, slate, flint and bark. Again, it's brown, but when you start to dilute it down with your water, you're going to get so many different shades as well. Then we've got our floral meadow, we've got our bright floral, which is giving us our rose pink, our jasmine and our tulip. Then we've got our gold, crimson and sunset in our warm fiery. Then we've got our fresh verdant in our bud green, meadow and verdant green. But just remember how you're going to be able to blend these and make lots of your own colours. I'm not even going to try to compete with Sheena, she's going to tell you lots on that. Finally, you've got your great outdoors, which has got your botanical neutral, which is your lime, your sage and your moss, your cool marine, teal, aquamarine and lake blue, and then finally your rich floral, your purple, your hot pink and your heather. So you've got 9 colours there. You've got another 9 colours on your floral meadow and another 9 colours on your essential neutral. I've got 27 colours in there because they're aqua. That's just the start of it. But today you're only paying £19.98 or $29.98 for all 9 of those pens with all 27 colours. Now, if you want them individually, they're £7.49. When I say individually, I mean for a pack of 3. £7.49. Doesn't take much for you to work out the maths. £7.49 twice, you've got, you more or less, yeah, £15. So for an extra 98 pence, you're going to get your 3rd pack as well. So I think the money and the value is definitely in the triple pack, but it's up to you. 27 colours across 9 pens, and they're all aqua based. So they're all watercolour pens. But Sheena's going to show you how to use them.
Corrine, I have to say, you know when there's like that, please don't miss out on this offer, because I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If I had to just choose one from the whole of the Spectrum Raw range, Corrine, on my desert island, one colouring product I'd use for the rest of my shows going forward, forever, it would be the aquas.
Would it?
It would be the aquas, because there's so much you can do with them. Then take it further. These particular aquas that you've got like 3 colours in one pen, it gets even better. So you've got all that wonderfulness in a more compact kind of format. Now at that price, seriously, look, these are my colour charts. The first thing to do, make your own colour charts. There's my essential neutrals. This is what you want to do. Get the appropriate card, which is the watercolour card, yeah? Make your own colour charts. I literally did that before the show this morning.
I saw you watching, doing that. It took you minutes, literally minutes to do.
Couldn't find them. It took you, absolutely. It's worth doing because when you look at the plastic, it's fine, plastic's okay, but that's dyed plastic. When what you're dealing with is this gorgeous ink there that is so much more vibrant, so much more intense, and then you're going to add a bit of water and you're going to go, I've got all these pastels as well, haven't I? That's even before we've mixed. So they're all brush nib based. Let me show you this. So I'm going to take out the one I'm going to use. We're going to create a background. And we're not even going to get into much colour to start with. We're going to use mostly essential neutrals. So they're all brush nib here. All right, so that is the nib there. So let me show you what the nib looks like. It's very responsive. Let me show you on this bit of card, it's a bit bigger. It's really responsive. So if you hold up light, you've got a thin line. If you lift up, you've got a lighter, a thinner line. So press down, you've got a thick line. So if you're into brush lettering already, you're interested in that. Absolutely. The way I use them, I'm going to be brushing them on, to be honest, and taking the ink out of them most of the time. So let me take you through this. I'm going to pick... Have you seen Draw the Line yet, Corrine?
Sorry?
Have you seen the Draw the Line technique?
Oh, I've been trying.
Right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to pick out a couple of pens. We're going to work with this one here, which is this pen... This one is that one there. This pen here is what we're going to use with, and I might even use this one mostly from the neutrals. Sorry, and I'm going to use this one here from the Great Outdoors. But guys, go for that. Go for that collection. It's amazing. So what I'm going to do to draw the line. You'll make
Sarah Brown very happy, our Sarah over in Melbourne. She said, Corrine asked Sheena to do the one line trick, and I think she means to draw the line. There we go.
Absolutely, we're going to draw the line. So this is perfect because these are nice dark colours. So we're going to start with a dark. Let's use this dark kind of...
so you're going straight to the card
Straight to the card, yeah.
Because with the aqua markers, I very rarely go straight to the card, but I guess with this processing, you need to.
I hardly ever do either. But for this one, Corrine, it's the way to go.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to pop a little bit of blue under there. So that's the start of Draw the Line. I'm going to take the flat brush, and it's really pretty wet, and then I'm just going to drag up like that. And what's going to happen is you're going to create like a tree line. It's going to look like you've got an autumnal kind of row of trees there in the background, the far distance. And what we'll do is we'll pop a little bit of this blue that I've got out, which is going to match the colour at the bottom very soon, and just drag that down. But I don't want to disturb what I've already put in there until I do that. And that will then make that reflection look like it's coming into some water underneath it. Then I'm going to take those colours again. I'm going to take this dark one, and we'll see, we'll maybe have a little bit of a landmass kind of here. And once you get the formula down, you'll see I'm using kind of the same formula, guys. It's just so that it start off with something easy and then build on it. So this is the watercolour card, and this I'm just going to pop that on there.
Oh, we've got a bundle on the watercolour card.
We're going to pop a little bit of that coppery colour there again on there. And we can pop a little bit of the blue, a little bit more in here. We can do a little kind of, some little bits like this, Corrine, and we can pull that through as well. So this is basically it. So we'll drag that through there. We've got the water now rippling, so it looks like you've got some movement on that little water.
So because you've gone straight to the card, it's almost grabbing a bit of the colour, and then it's letting you blend out to give that ripple effect, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And the rest of it, it's kind of colouring it in itself by adding the water. The ink is so keen to move, and it's wicking into the fibres of the card. And this is, trying this with other product, honestly, this is so much easier than trying to use other kind of watercolours or any other product I've used. The combination of Crafter's Companion watercolour card And these pens is just a dream combination. We can add a little bit, let's pop a little bit of colour on this, so just a touch of colour on here, just so there's just kind of that. Can you see how I'm just playing?
Yeah.
I am playing.
I don't want to believe it. It just looks like you're just randomly putting bits down where you feel like. I'm sure there's a lot more thought to it than that, but that's how it looks.
Honestly, that really is it. Just have a play with it.
Why has that not gone muddy then?
Yeah, because basically I've got the bands of colour and I'm not overworking it. That's how it's not going kind of muddy on me. And I'm just keeping, once it's done, back off.
Yes.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Let it go. Okay?
I think that's the hardest thing, isn't it, as crafters, is to walk away.
That's it. Now here, if I want to put a little bit, make that a little bit duller, I can do that. I can pop a little bit of brown in that as well. Once it's done its thing. Can you see I'm scribbling on there now?
Yeah. Best palette ever, isn't it, your glass mat?
Absolutely, fantastic. And then you can pop a little bit in there just to take that colour down a touch. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to dry that, then we're going to put some little bulrushes and things in that.
Oh,
but
lovely.
That's how cool draw the line is, and that's how easy it is. So if I can have a little minute to tidy this up, and then we'll come back and we'll put a little bit foreground in that.
But if you want to do that, so just to remind you, if you want those tricolour aqua markers, you're going to get all three packs. You're going to get your essential neutrals, you are going to get your floral meadow, and you're going to get your great outdoors. So you're going to get all 9 pens, which is 27 colours, and today's price is $19.98 or $29.98. Remember, they're $7.49 a pack, so for your platinum price you're only paying like an extra 98 pence for the third pack. So it's nearly a buy two get one free, not quite, but $15.98 or $23.98 if you are platinum. Now, Sheena was using watercolor card. It's all about having the right tools for the right job. It really is. Please don't try and do that on your Nina cardstock or even on your multi-purpose. It just, you know, it's having the right product, isn't it? So we're giving you a 3-pack of your watercolor cardstock. So you're getting 45 sheets in total. So basically you're getting 15 sheets in each pack today. So instead of being nearly £21, you're paying $13.98 or $17.98. Is that buy two get one free? I think pretty much, or near enough. But your platinum price today, £11.18. $14.38, 33% savings. So yeah, that is effectively buy two get one free. If you want to do some of the techniques, not just the one that Sheena's just done now, I was about to say that would be the royal we, then you need to make sure you've got the right cardstock, and that is what we've got. Now, I know this isn't what Sheena's about to use, but these would also look gorgeous coloured in with your aqua pens, and these are your natural beauty stamps. It's a 5-piece collection, and I do love these. Now, aqua colouring or watercolouring is a really nice way to start to learn to colour, and these are going to look just as beautiful in your aqua colour as in your alcohol pens. So we've got Little Darling first. She is gorgeous. We have got Luscious Locks. I mean, wow, look at that for hair envy. We've then got Ethereal Beauty. She is absolutely stunning. Think of all the colouring techniques you're going to be learning. We've got Tumbling Waves and Florals. I want somebody to come into my house every morning and pin my hair up like that. I'd be happy. I can just sit there. And finally, we've got Effortless Chic. I'd be happy with that one too. So yeah, and look at the detail. These have been drawn to help you to do the best colouring possible. £19.24 for all of those. So they're less than £4 or $5 per stamp. They are large stamps, so that is brilliant. Platinum price, £15.20 or $19.20. Quickly, I won't go through all of these because I've got quite a lot. We've got Michelle Harris saying, happy YouTube is working. She's knocking on wood. Kirsty D's in. So is Betty Weaver. She's in Idaho and it's 4 a.m. there.
Wow.
She's getting ready for work. I don't know what you do for work, but that is commitment, getting up at 4 a.m. So well done, Betty. I hope you have a lovely day at work. We've got Colleen in watching from Florida saying good morning. Stephanie's also in from Florida. Oh, lots of people in Florida this morning. I just dropped a few bits over there. Robbie Hedrick said good morning from Alabama. I love my mini. Well, we all love our mini, and I love the new colour. Zoe Carver is, morning everyone. Glad to have you all back. I had to watch daytime TV. Now my useless information memory bank has been updated. There you are. Don't know what you watched, Zoe. Michael Adams is in. Great to see you back on YouTube. Everybody loves being. It's all working again this morning. Teresa Campbell's in. Betty Gossel. Lynn is in from Fortuna in Spain, and Hannah Gosling Smith says, oops, a bit late, was in a colouring coma with a butterfly and blooms embossing folder I found when I was tidying. You find lots when you do. Now there are lots more comments, and I will come through. Oh gosh, there are a lot more. I'll come through to those in a few minutes, but I want to see what Sheena's going to do next.
Well, it's a good little demonstration because it lets me show you some of the other ways that we can use the pens as well. So we've used the pens, as we say, for the draw the line. And I used it, picked it up with a large brush, scribbled using a palette, brushed it on for the sky. So where you want it light and a bit more control. So what we've got that whole scene created. So now we're going to use this, and we're going to create some little bulrushes and things in the foreground. We can put little birds in the sky. We can do things like that. Before I do though, let me show you how these four bleach as well. We'll put a sun in the sky, all right, or moon, depending on what time of the day it is. These are so forgiving with certain colours in watercolour. Regardless of the brand, regardless of who you're using, they will stain the card and they will not necessarily lift. With the aquas, they lift beautifully. So look, we've got a moon in the sky there, or a sun, or whichever, like I say, time of day it is. If you want to put reflections in that with water, so what I'm doing, Corrine, is I'm taking the draw the line a little bit further, though all those people who've been loving it, this is how you can then just take it a little bit further and get a little bit even fancier with it. So like this, and then you can just blot it. So now we've got a reflection of that in the water, see?
Yeah. I remembered watching one of your shows, because you use your flat brush to do the line, didn't you?
Yes.
But then you change it to like a round brush.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I remembered to get my sun reflection.
That's not bad with the stigmatism, that, you know. If you can't freehand a circle, draw around something, because you'll end up with like one of those, like, you know, meteors going to like plug into Earth kind of thing. You don't want that. You want it to be nice and calm. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the brush, and I'm going to add some leafy bits. Now this is going to be thicker, but we want some thin bits in as well. So this is going to, I'm quite sparing. I'm trying to be as light as possible when I'm holding this, but to get more control, I'm going to scribble that like this onto my mat. I'll bring it a little bit further down for you. And then I'm going to use the small brush, a number 3 round brush, and hardly any water. So more ink, so it's not as dilute, and then you can just...
So is that giving you finer or thicker?
It's going to make it thicker. Sorry, finer.
Finer.
Yeah, absolutely the opposite to what I just said. Finer. It's going to just bode well for the rest of the day, is it?
We'll get you another coffee, don't worry. We'll get you another coffee in the break.
Yeah. So that, but can you see, you can get a little kind of like flick. But the important thing is rest your hand. See how I'm resting my hand? And I'm lifting up. I'm hardly touching that card to get that fine kind of look there.
I get that, because if you had your hand floating in the air, you wouldn't have that control, would you?
Absolutely not, that's right. And then can you see now I've gone smaller with this little bank here, so it still looks like there's stuff going on, but I've made it much smaller. I haven't used the brush nib on the pen at all, because it does need to be a lot smaller, but it's just giving that sense of distance and kind of you're looking into the picture. Then what we'll do is we can make some little bulrushes, or have a little practice. So we can just do little dots like that. Right. And then do a little flick on the end, and that'll give you a kind of a bulrush kind of shape. Yeah. It's better if you do it like that than do like a very perfect oval. Yeah, so make it just kind of oval-ish. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then just a little dot like this, and make them some kind of some further away, some closer to you, and just mix it up a bit really. And then you've got that nice little, absolutely all you composition. So if you sell your work and things, that's a lovely bit of artwork. And if you put it on the back of your card, you can put hand painted by. And everything on there is you, but with a wonder, honestly, these pens are So user friendly.
So another way of so you've been using water.
Yeah.
I could be using my clear sparkle brush, couldn't I?
Oh, you absolutely could, yeah.
That would look nice,
that
wouldn't
would look
it?
Cool. Now, the other way to use them, have you used them with glycerin yet?
Not a lot.
Right, so if you scribble, you want a darker colour, the darkest you can get. In fact, you know, I might put a little bit of this purple in from the which set is this one, the Great Outdoors. We haven't started even scratching the surface on colour mixing yet, Corrine. We're going to do a bit more playing with that, but in a fun way. So I've got some glycerin here, and I've just put my glycerin in one of these little containers, just makes it so much easier to use.
Yeah.
I've got my blending tool here, whichever one you find easier, and I'm picking that up, and I'm going to, so glycerin first, then the colour you want to blend with, get a scrap bit of card, and that's really loaded, and then have a little try this, and you've got an ink that works and plays and reacts like you would be carrying your your water reactives around. Can you see why on my desert island this is the thing I'm taking with me, Corrine?
Yeah,
that's
very much so.
Because I've got so
I like
much
that with the purple in.
Sorry?
I like it with the purple in.
Yes, it's pretty, isn't it? Just that little bit, just to change there, a little contrast around the outside. It gives that a nice vignette look. And what it does, it just draws your eye into the centre, where it should look like it's got a little bit more of a glow around the middle of that card, because we've given the outside just that little bit.
What mediums would you use glycerin with then?
What, sorry?
What mediums? Always water-based?
Any water-based medium,
So it's basically a water-based medium?
Yeah, I started kind of experimenting with the glycerin after the faux leather many, many years ago, and that was how that kind of, you know, we started using the glycerin, was trying it with that. I've even used it with watercolours, with traditional watercolours. But there, you now have a really pretty...
That is so pretty.
...scene that we've just created
in
real time.
Wow.
With just the pens.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love the colours that you've been able to drag out from there. So it's really, really pretty. Okay, so we're just going to recap. So if you want to be able to do that, you are going to need your tri markers. You're going to get all three. You've got your essentials neutrals, there was a lot of S's there, your floral meadow, and also your great outdoors, giving you 9 pens in total, $19.98 or £19.98 even, or $29.98. Look at the platinum price, that's going to go down to £15.98 or $23.98 if you are platinum. Right, which one are we doing next? Right, okay, we haven't used these as of yet, but I'm sure they're going to come up in a bit. So, which ones have I got in this bundle? So, right, I've got the matte, have I? Right, just checking. So, this is a little mini stamping collection for you. So, you are going to get your stamping mat. There we go, there. So that's the full 12 by 12. You're going to get your 6 by 6 stamping platform, and you're also going to get your Nina cardstock. So this is brilliant if you want to do alcohol. Gosh, too many words here. Alcohol colouring or alcohol stamping. Going to work absolutely brilliant for that. The really lovely price today, £20.98 or $27.90. Massive saving on that. Your platinum price is going to go all the way down to £16.78 or $22.32. You're not far off half price if you're platinum for this. So you're going to get your 16 sheets of Nina, your 6 by 6 stamping platform, and also your stamping mat as well. Absolutely lovely bundle. And as we say, it's about having the right tools, and if you've got the right tools, then you are going to get fantastic results as well. Okay, we've fired quite a lot of products at you so far. So whilst you think about which you want and allow you to have some time to check out those amazing goodies, we're going to give you a little break, a little bit all about Crafters TV. We'll come back and I'll catch up with the rest of the comments, and we'll see what else Sheena has got to show us.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or craft techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry, yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You right?
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some.
They always show that, don't they? My dress is definitely on the right way around today. I was double checked. We were all right today. Right, now let's have a quick look and see who else is in. I'm going to have to go through these a bit quickly. We've got Marcia in from Pennsylvania. We've got Sheila Faulkner in, says, good morning everyone, just received my advent calendar and other items. So that made me extra happy as it's my granddaughter's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to your granddaughter. Oh, Charlotte Everett's got my 2 Sheena collections through yesterday, so we'll be having a play. That's a good. I hope you're going to show us what you've been doing. Cheryl Kay says, yay, hello on YouTube, my fellow crafty friends. It's Sheena Wednesday. Yep, it certainly is, all day today. Carletta Morris is in from Arkansas. Georgianne, she said made a comment about my hair. Thank you, Georgianne. Shelley Skinner says, good morning, all. Christine Noel says, the floral meadow set is stunning. Oh, Hannah said, what were the flowers on the arch of the pop-up box? That was part of the that Sarah signature collection, but I think that arch is sold out. I'm sorry, Hannah. So yeah, that one's gone. But we were showing you because it had other bits on. Mandy Adams said, great to have you back on YouTube, as I have missed having you on in the background whilst I work from home. Well, we're glad you're back with us. Sue Benson says, Good early morning from Montana. Watching with Cookie, my Maine Coon. Oh, how fantastic. Lots of cuddles, I hope. Lindsay says, oh, one of my favourite days of the week. Good morning, Corrine, Sheena, and all my lovely crafting friends out there. Lots and lots of people loving the draw the line technique. Lindsay and Michelle. Oh, Colleen says, my granddaughter and I love drawing the line technique. Witchcraft, says Carol Dunn. It is, isn't it? It just takes a little bit of practice. So, and then, the Sussex Lancaster Castrian, Sarah, that's a lot of words there. Sarah says, yay, late to the party, so glad to be back on YouTube. Christine Mahoney says, good morning everyone, just woke up. I bet it's early with you, Christine. And also we'll just finish there with Linda Vasquez says, good morning everyone, watching from Minnesota, just waking up. Well, what a perfect way to wake up, because what we're going to show you now is our gorgeous tree stamp collection. So we have got 3 different stamps, and our Dean's going to tell me what they're called because it isn't written on the back of here. We have got, what have we got? We've got Nature's Song, which I think might be that one. Strong Oak and Stand Tall. So I think that one's Strong Oak, Nature's Song and Stand Tall. Sheena will put me right if I've got them the wrong way around. 3 absolutely beautiful, beautiful stamps. Again, you're going to be doing just like Sheena, make some beautiful backgrounds and put these on in the front, or make these the focal point. And I love as well, you've not got any sentiments with that one, but you've got some lovely sentiments in here with this one, and also with your Stand Tall as well. Absolutely gorgeous for finishing off your projects, not only having those beautiful trees, but having the sentiments as well. Today's price for these is brilliant. It's £17.97 or $22.38, but even better than that, look at that. £14.38 or $17.90, less than £5 for each one of those stamps if you're platinum. That is amazing value, because you're going to be able to do so much with these. And Sheena, are you ready to go?
I am ready. I'm good to go. Yeah. Well, I've actually
Okay.
got some samples. I thought we would look at some inspiration. Corrine,
That would be perfect.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Because the kind of the stamps are, the tool, aren't they?
Yeah, they are a tool.
And so don't think that, I'll keep saying that's not the story. That's just the framework for the story. You tell your story. And actually, this whole set started out with that drawing. This was last year in a field, not just a random field. We don't just like go and sit in a random field. It was actually a campsite in the Malvern Hills.
I was just thinking, that looked taller than it. I was trying to work out how you'd got the stamp. So basically, that was your inspiration.
No, that was the drawing. This is the stamp. So
and then,
so I'd sat in my field, in my deck chair, well, not a deck chair, but, my sketchbook.
With a glass of wine, I hope.
Really pretty. Absolutely. Well, it's mandatory, is it not?
It is.
And I drew this tree, and I thought, that's such a pretty shaped tree. And then when I shared it on social media, everyone was saying, oh, can we have it as a stamp? Can we have it as a stamp? So, yes, you've got it as a stamp. Now, I'm going to work out how I can be generous and give this away at some point, but stay with me. We'll give you details of that at some point some time, because I thought it would be nice for you to give one of the original drawings. I have to say, that's not normally how I start my images, because that would just be too long-winded, because then you've got to scan it, you've got to put it in. It's easier to draw it on a screen with a digital pen. So, but that's the stamp, and that's the inspiration, that's what you can do with it. And this is using your aquas. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous that sky is. And different formats. So you've got your
Doesn't it change differently depending on what you put behind it?
Absolutely. I love that writing is kind of tall, like the Stand Tall.
Yes.
And you can put it across the tree like that, and it becomes part of the design, doesn't it? It looks really cool like that. Autumn. Basically, the seasons.
I love that background.
Look at the sky. So salt, put some salt in with your aquas as well, and you'll get. And then look at that, autumn, and then the changing of the leaves. So a bit of masking, multi-stamping, or you can put them on separate panels here.
That's nice.
And you've got the spring, make it look like cherry blossomy. Yeah. You've got summer, and then you've got the autumn or fall there with the colours. And that was the inspiration. That was my card, and this was Sharon's that I used for inspiration for that. So point being, when you look online, if you join the Inkette, you see all these stamps, use them as inspiration. We don't mind if that's what it's there for. The team know that. But if you want to tweak them, you just need little small changes, change up the colour, change that, you know, and then it looks completely different. But it's kind of like can hold your hand while you get started. I love this. This looks so tranquil, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
I love that. The little river leading to that little tree, so willow tree, and then look how,
wow.
Isn't that cool, stylised, fabulous look? And I'll just pick up the pace a little bit so we can keep going.
Oh, I
and
like
again,
that.
Your aquas are going to work brilliantly for all this. That's a really good tree. This one being mostly silhouette, that'll go across some really cool full colour backgrounds. And this is the one we're going to stamp in a minute with the aquas, the oak. This is the big oak. This was out with Maria on this gorgeous summer day, and we're looking across, and there were some sheep and this magnificent, gorgeous oak there. And I thought, oh, that'll be a fabulous stamp. And hence, it is now. So I'm happy when I'm out in nature and scenes like that. They just, you know, they lift my heart.
They do, don't they?
Absolutely. I'm definitely more of a country kind of...
Has that one got a shimmer to it?
It probably, I don't think so, but you can put a shimmer, you know, your clear overlay, your sparkle. And white gel pen makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I've got more to show you of this tree night and day. So that gives you a bit of inspiration, and then we'll have a bit of a play.
That would be brilliant. Now, if you want all 3 of those stamps, so you've got the Nature Song, is that the right name? That was that. And then you've got your Stand Tall, and you've got your Mighty Oak as well. I might write on the back of those. So Strong Oak, that was the one. And Mighty Oak. You see, I'm from Nottingham, and we have the Mighty Oak in Nottingham. That's what where you can go and see where Robin Hood used to hide. So there you go. If you want all 3 of those, $17.97 or $22.38. Platinum price is $14.38 or $17.90. Because it was real, you know. Robin Hood was real, of course. So there we go. Okay, right. Are you ready to show us how to use these?
So what I thought we'd show is we'll have a bit of play, because I want to show you how flexible these pens are, and also how you can make something look good without having to be an amazing colourist as well. Right, so what I've done is I've got my oak here ready. I've got some watercolour card on my repositionable stamping platform, just because I might want to go over it again, Corrine, right?
Yep.
So, and I've got a selection of these pens ready, and we're going to do kind of an autumnal kind of look, because, you know, that's where we're at right now. So, basically, we're just going to colour in with the pens, and I'm going to always start off with your lightest colour first. Now, my stamp has been well loved and used. It's actually clean, it's just stained. Now, I should also mention, these are photopolymer. So these are like the ultimate, like the dream substance for a stamper, because they've got the robust like rubber, but of course you've got the best of all worlds because they're transparent, like your acrylic. So fabulous for that. So I'm just scribbling across there with a brown and a yellowy colour. Now I'm going to go in with the darker green, and they're going to focus more on this dark green towards the bottom of my tree. Now I may need to add more colour. In fact, I'm sure I will once I've done an initial stamp.
But you can, because you're using your stamping platform. You can go back in as many times as you want, can't you?
Absolutely. That was why. Think it out before you start, guys, and it'll help you out further down the line. That was me. I'm thinking, right, okay, this is the plan. So the other thing is, you know, I like to keep reminding you that is a benefit to, I think, for sure for me, is to read the stamp before you start. Look and see where there's shading, what's going on with the stamp, what's going to make my life easier if I, you know, where am I going to put the dark colour? So on my stamps, you always get a clue, because you'll get like more texture in the trees, or hatching or cross hatching. By that I mean like a line, lines next to each other to create like a tonal effect, or lines crossing each other again to create that tonal effect. So I've got colour on there. What I'm going to do now is take my mist bottle, and I'm just going to gently mist the watercolour card, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to stamp now and see what I've got. Now, it's one of those things, it's not going to be the same every single time, and that's what makes it fun. But if you lift up, you go, oh, right, okay, we've got a start of something I can work with then. And because it's repositionable, I can go with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit more green, a bit more drama to the foreground. I would like this a bit stronger, so I'm going to
I love when you
ink that
put
up.
you spritz the water onto the paper.
Yes, and that just means that instead of it's going less likely to run, all the ink's going to run. It's just going to dampen the card, which is going to grab the ink. See, so we've grabbed the ink off there.
Perfect.
I'm just going to go again and go a little bit more, because obviously the ink's going to start to dry a little bit. But the beauty of using the repositionable is you can keep doing this, and then I'm going to want to add a little bit more brown to the trunk. But what we've got here, Corrine, is not what we're going to end up with.
I would have expected nothing less.
Because what we're going to do is we're going to add water to this.
Yeah.
And that hopefully will look pretty cool pretty soon. So just keep working at it like this, and that's going to get there probably almost enough, just a little bit more brown on that trunk. But again, there's no rush, there's no issue about, you know, multi-stamping this.
Because you can reactivate reactivate the colour at any point, can't you?
So let's see what we've got there. Let's see what we can work with. So I'm going to take a brush, probably the number 6 round brush now. And don't try these techniques with a water brush, guys, because water brushes are just too wet, okay? They run away from you.
You mean the brushes which you hold the water in the barrel?
Yes, yes.
Right.
You know, those kind of ones that are just like in the barrel kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're good for if you want to do something like a really loose wet into wet kind of look. But if you want a controlled kind of effect and you know, definitely use a regular brush, and you'll be surprised at how little water you need on your brush to get it moving. So can you see how now that's really pulling in the colour, is now blending it naturally, starting to look solid, and it's already starting to look quite autumnal. And what we can do is you can just keep building that colour up if you want, and keep working like that, and just keep adding. And the other thing you can do is add the detail back with one of the waterproof ink pads.
Yes, I like doing that.
And that will, so here's the choice. We can go over and continue stamping, or we can now go to our pens. So see how I'm using, I should mention, I want the clouds to still be white, but I'm using that blue that I used around the outside of the clouds to paint a little bit of a suggestion of a sky in there.
Yeah.
Can you see? That's just dragging that little bit out, and even though it looks like there's hardly any colour there, there's enough.
So you're not actually gone in, you're almost colouring the outside rather than the inside.
I am. I'm nudging up to that blue, saying, I want to play with that, thank you very much. Give me a bit of that colour. And then I'm using little circular movements like this to drag that colour out and make it kind of move towards the outside. So now I've got a little suggestion of a blue sky. So what I would probably do now is I would add a little bit more colour where I want it. So if I want to strengthen that, I'm not going to take this off, by the way, because I want to give myself some options as well.
Yes.
Not that one, that's the wrong pen. This is not the pen I'm looking for. It's the other dark pen, bear with, that's it, that's the one there. That's the colour I want. So if I want to, for example, kind of reinforce the shadow and make that trunk a little bit more defined, I can add it, but I still want it to look a bit watercolory and a little bit kind of loose at the same time, because that's the look.
Yeah.
There's no point in making it all look really rigid and solid, because this is the technique I've kind of gone for. And I can do the same in the foreground. I can strengthen this a little bit here. If I want to make this look a bit stronger, just paint over that again, because the foreground should always be stronger than the background, because that's where you're going to create your depth, the aerial perspective in your picture, so that it looks like you're looking into it. So I'm going to pop that around there a little bit. I'm going to take some of the green. So I'm going to create a palette again, like you just saw me do. So scribble some of this dark green there. I'm going to scribble some of this gorgeous golden colour there, which is the lighter tone. And I'm going to use some of that lovely brown, which is on this one as well. Like that. So isn't that gorgeous? That lovely rusty colour.
I'm going to say rusty orangey, isn't it?
And I might even go back in with a little bit of blue for some shadows in there as well. So now, because I've got the shape of my tree there, all I'm doing is I'm just stippling some colour with the brush and just reinforcing a bit of that colour where I want it. So Can you see how
And
it's
you're hardly
like,
adding any water, are you?
hardly any water. If you add less water, you're going to get a stronger colour.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. I'm going to use a little bit more of that lovely gold colour there. And actually, I'm going to put up a little bit just on this foreground here because I can, because that's the beauty of the pen. If I really want this to look like there's some, like, you know, leaves in the foreground, that is all doable. Can you see how much fun these pens are though, Corrine? I mean, this is, I just
You've
love
only got
this
9
product.
pens, haven't you? And I mean, creating some very different looks.
Massive, yeah, absolutely. Look at how all the different ways we've used them so far, and I'm not even done yet. We haven't even got into the colour mixing that you can do with them. They're just a great product, they really are. And if I was like teaching workshops, these are the products I would want to work with, because again, there's so many techniques I can show you to use, and they're very user friendly. They're good for beginners because they are, you know, they just play nice.
Yes.
So you've seen how they fall bleach, you've seen how flexible they are with the way you apply them different ways. Now we've got that gorgeous tree there. I want to leave these still peel in the background because they are in the background,
aren't
exactly. They? We've got the sheet there in the foreground, and then you can add, so you've got a choice here. You can leave it at that, or you can overstamp it. What I might do, I might just put a little bit more blue in the sky, but that's what we can do. I'm just going to pop a little bit there. I'm just going to pick up a little bit, water this down quite a bit because it's quite a strong blue, you've seen, and then we can pop a little bit like this and just drag it down. I left this on my repositionable platform because it leaves me options open.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to restamp it because I think it looks nice the way it is. I like that loose colour, so I'm taking those off now. I've committed to saying, right,
You have,
that's
haven't you?
it.
That's
I've done it now.
The magnets
now
are off.
I've gone and done it. And
The magnets are off.
So there you go, like that. And then we've got that really nice watercolory look that doesn't look like a stamp. You would not think that was a stamp, would you?
Because you've got no black line, have you? That's,
No,
I think that's
there's
what
no
it
line
is.
at all there. That's just all aquas. I'm going to dry that. We'll trim it down, show you what it looks like when it's trimmed down and got the vignette on it.
Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely. And like Sheena said, so many different ways to use it. You're going to get all 3 of your stamps. So you have got your one song, is that what it's called? I'm sorry. And then you're going to get your stand tall, and then you get your strong oak as well. So you're going to get all 3 of those, $17.97 or $22.38, but your platinum price is $14.38. Nature's Song, there we go. I knew it had song in it. I could see the word song, Nature's Song. £14.38 or $17.90 if you are platinum. So those are brilliant, and we'll go back to Sheena in a minute. She's just drying, but I want to show you the sparkle pen collection that we have got. Now, all 12, they're going to get all 12, yes, I can see 12 on here. Absolutely fantastic. So if you have loved the Draw the Line, I've seen Sheena do them with these as well. These are going to play so nicely with your Aqua pens as well. So you're going to get your Antique Vintage, which is your Fig, your Peacock Blue and your Macaroon. Beautiful on there. You're going to get your Essential Brights, which is your Aquamarine, Pink Garnet and Firefly. You've got your Earthy Naturals, which is your Holly Leaf, Smoked Quartz and Harvest Moon. That is beautiful colours on there. And finally, you're going to get your Tint and Tone. Now you get your Crystal Clear on there, which is like your overlay pen, your Starry Sky and also your Onyx Black. Really, really useful. Absolutely gorgeous. So these again are still water-based pens, packed full of mica, and you can be doing things like, look, we've put the black sparkle on the scarecrow. So we've done a lovely background and then made him, I'm trying to make him shimmer. There we go. You can see the black on the black. You can then be doing the colours on here. We've done them, what they said they've done on here. Sparkle pens, they've used them all of there, and then they've done the reactions on there and then put the intense colour on the palette. And then we've got one on here. Oh, look at that. Look at the sky. Look at how it sparkles, and look at how the owl just has that gorgeous tint to it. Making backgrounds with them. Oh, get it the right way up. We have done our underwater. Look at the background on there, how it glows. Stamped with our sparkle pens. A few more backgrounds. I'll show you one more and then I'll be finished for now. And look at that, another one where we have sparkle stamped with it and then coloured it out. So this is a very similar technique to what you've just seen Sheena do as well. So you're going to get all 12 of the pens today for £28. £28 or $40 if you are platinum. Today's price £35. $50 if you're not platinum, but I'm sure most of you are. So your platinum price, like I say, £28 or $40. Pick all of those up. Even if you've got some of these, obviously these are consumables, so you do need to top them up as well every now and again. Now, you ready to show us?
I have, yeah. What I've done is I did a quick mat on that because I think when you're looking at it, it looks messy. Once you get it trimmed down, get all the little edges away, and then pop a little bit of black card behind it, it really does finish it off great. And I think that looks really pretty. And I would just put a wording on that, and then you are done. Do you want to see it on the overhead, or do you want to see it front on?
I think. There we go. Overhead. There we go. Here it comes. Like you said, and you've got some word sentiment stamps in the collection as well. Really does make it come to life, doesn't it? Once you just trimmed it down.
Absolutely, and that's just colouring, and that's no ink pads, just the aquas. Can you see? I'm hoping you're getting me love for these pens across now. They're just such a amazing value, especially when you get a deal like we've got today.
Absolutely brilliant. So if you want to do that, that's the Aqua pens and also the tree stamps. Now, yesterday on Crafters TV, I did it on Monday on Hobby Maker, but yesterday our Craig launched our brand new light pad. Now this is ultra slim. They've given me a new one. They've given me a new one that's not been opened. Let me see. I'm going to take this one just so that I don't open. There we go. Right, come back. There we go. Oh, there's lots in here. Oh, our Craig's been busy in here. Let me get the bits out. So, oh gosh, he has got a lot in here. I can tell this one was Craig's. Right, you are going to get your ultra thin light pad, and you're also going to get your cable as well. Now, have you bought the Gemini 2? Because you can now power your light pad straight in to your Gemini 2. That's why we put the USB ports in your Gemini 2, so that you can be doing it. That won't do anything because it's not plugged in. They're saying turn on the light on button. I need to plug it in, but we'll do that for one of the later shows. We'll get it plugged in and I will show you. Now, why do you need a light pad? There are lots and lots of reasons why you might want a light pad. This is a full 8.4 in size. It's got 3 different light strengths, so we'll pop it on and drop the light down later. So this is brilliant if you want to do tracing. Maybe the tracing is for calligraphy, so you could print out what you wanted to say from the computer, then you could hand draw it onto your project. I printed out some bits when I was doing this on Monday, printed just onto copy paper, and I was able to trace through onto 300 GSM multi-purpose card. The light was strong enough to go through copy paper and through 300 GSM. I also showed you how to trace a photograph that I had taken, so that is absolutely brilliant. You might want to do parchment craft, so I can see on here that our Craig did some vellum on his to put it on here. He also did, if I remember what he did, if I can see what he did on here, see if I can find the one he did. He printed out, there we go, he printed out the word he wanted, Crafters 2, and then, Crafters TV. I thought it said Crafters 2. Crafters TV, that's a strange V, isn't it? It is a V. And then he was able to go round the outside of that with the grey, but also then to draw around the outline of the letters and then do some little tangling inside as well. So there's lots of different ways. Print out what you want to do, then transfer it to the project that you want to do it and change it. It's absolutely brilliant. if you are a sewer, it is going to be really useful for transferring your patterns and things like that. Why else might you want it? So we said calligraphy, you've said the sewing, your parchment, your tracing, lots of stenciling, but you like say quilting is absolutely brilliant. You might want it for drawing as well. No. We're not going to use it as a torch, Dean, at all. So no. If you want that today, look at that price, $19.99, $24.95. I also find if you're doing things like matting and layering and you work with that underneath, just having a light source underneath the project that you're working on is brilliant. If you're into tangling, how about printing out a copyright-free, that's the right word, in a bit tangling, and then you can trace over it to put that into your project while you're learning, before you've got up to date with it. Absolutely brilliant. Lightweight enough to be able to put onto your knee. If you're going to work on your knee, I'd recommend you probably put a lap tray underneath, because whilst it's strong, you perhaps want a little bit more support, but you can work off your knee as well. Pop this into a power pack. It is then totally transportable and portable, so you can craft wherever you want. Absolutely brilliant way to craft. If you want that today, like I say, $15.99 or $19.96 if you are platinum. So that would be brilliant. Now, we talk about ink pads all the time, and pigment ink pads are some of our favourites. Now, you're going to get 9 of your pigment ink pads. See if I can do the colours. You've got an orange, a yellow, you've got greens, you've got, I think that's a fuchsia, that might be damson, grasshopper was a pink tulip, baby blue, crushed velvet, parakeet, all of them are there. Chinese red, that's another one that's there. You've got them all there, and you're going to get your blending tools as well. Now, those are normally $5.99 each. That's our normal price for our ink pads, but not today. You're going to get all 9 plus the blending tool. Oh, that changed. Oh, it disappeared. That was, can we put it back? See if it'll come back on. There we go. £35 or $45. Look at that saving. That is an immense saving. £28 or $36 if you are platinum. So yeah, massive saving. Let's have a quick look, see who else is in. I think I said Linda. We've got Carol Taylor in from Michigan. Loves the line technique. She's tried it several times and would love Sheena's critique. So sorry about that. Oh dear. Yeah, post them to Sheena's Facebook group, and Sheena will give you any comments and hints. You I often see you commenting in there, don't you, Sheena?
Really, it's such a supportive group, and the team are there. That's where they hang out. My design team, and you'll definitely get a response. You'll definitely get an answer. Yeah, and, absolutely.
Yeah, do that, Carol. That'd be lovely. We've got Eileen Hayes in from Virginia. There's so many of you watching this morning. Good morning and welcome. Christine McCrone says hi from a wet Derby. Oh dear. Dion is in from Ohio. Michelle Harris was loving that already. Marcy was also loving the line technique and loving Sheila's demos. Kirsty says, Sheena, what a genius you are. Yeah, so much love. Lovely love heart there. Michelle Harris, I'm going to re-watch this over and over again. That's a great thing you can do, because it'll be up there on YouTube and on our Facebook forever. Joe Holzer says, good morning from South Dakota. Oh, Michelle Harris says, I will be ordering my portrait classics. Brilliant. Just hypnotic, says Liz R. This looks another stunning demonstration, Sheena. I must give this a go. Lots of love coming in from Colleen, Diane, Lorraine, Robbie. Oh, Robbie, I think, wanted your original drawing. Christine Baker in Canada is loving it. Liz R says, can you do this technique? This will be... I don't know whether that's to draw the line or you won't be able to do it onto the stamps with Aqua pencils.
No,
not enough.
Neither of them. You couldn't colour your stamps with Aqua pencils, but also it doesn't. The pencils are like more of a pigment based, and pigment is a solid. It's a granular thing. And pigment doesn't travel like a dye-based product does. The pens are dye-based. And that's why, and these particular pens just travel so well with the water.
You can blend them, you can move the colour enough to blend the aqua pencils,
you could blend them, but it wouldn't work with draw the line.
Brilliant. There we go. Thank you. Good question, Liz. I'm sure if you're thinking it, everyone else does. Lots of love. Lillian says, hi everyone. Yay, no more gremlins. Can see clearly now. She's singing that one. Perfect. So Joe Holzer says, I just came in at the end of the last demo and had to save the show so I can go back and watch the whole thing. Already liked and saved to Sheena's file, says Nanny to the girls. Vivian says, hi from Newcastle in the pouring rain. Is it raining quite close here? I've not been outside recently. Cheryl K, I'm still working on the draw the line technique. It's still hot. Hit and miss for me, but I'm getting better. It's really cool technique. I know where you're coming from, Colleen. It did take me, the first few of mine didn't quite work. It's about working out where to get your brush, I think, is the thing for me. Colleen says, I got these stamps a few weeks ago. Sheena, love these tree stamps. Love your collection of trees, says Marcella. Lynn says, good morning from Indiana. I'm glad YouTube is working again. There's so much happiness that YouTube is going again. Mary Beth Doyle is in from Minnesota. And she says, I have these stamps, but I haven't used them yet. Love them, though. Well, hopefully Sheena's giving you a bit of inspiration to get them out. Hello, says Laura Gray. Hi, says Linda in Maryland. Wow, so much love, says Linda and Adriana. And says to Colleen. Sue Benson says, I make embroidery transfers from children's colouring books. Wonder if this could help with that. Absolutely. She's on about the light pad. Absolutely, Sue. Put it on, as long as you're obviously doing your copyright free images, then you'll be able to put them on there and then trace them through. Absolutely no problem. Alicia says, good morning and greetings from Arkansas. And Sue Benson said, my hubby might commandeer it for his model road rail detail work. Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant, because you'll be able to put your whatever you're doing on there and underlight it. There are so many ways. We can only just touch on the surface, but I'm sure you'll find your own way to use it. Right, now, we're going to have another quick break. And then when we come back, I can see Sheena's got another demo ready and raring to go. So please don't go far and come right back straight after this break.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
what
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative. Craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. What are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Well, welcome back, my crafty friends. It's so good to have you here with us on this fabulous Sheena Wednesday. I am loving this. I am learning so much today. Now, Sheena was using the stamping platform before. Now, this is another way to use your stamps. This is our large rocker blocks collection. So it's a 2-pack. So you've got the very large one there and then the longer rectangular one. I was very scared of rocker blocks when I first joined Crafters TV because I didn't understand how they work and how I was going to get better stamped images. I persevered with them, didn't take much practice, but do you know what? They are brilliant. I wish I had known about rocker blocks years ago, absolutely years ago. They are brilliant. They are slightly curved so that when you put your stamp, you just put your stamp onto there and then you rock, and the pressure of you rocking means that you get the perfect stamped image. It's very, very rare that I have stamped with a rocker block that I have got any missed bits at all. If it is, it's usually because I've not applied my ink correctly. It's user error rather than the blocks. Now, if you want both of these today, we've given you a nice little discount on these to £8.49 or $11.89. Your platinum price is £6.79 or $9.51. If you are into your stamping, then please try rocker blocks because they are going to be brilliant. Okay, so we are going to go back, I think, to our trees, aren't we? I now know what each one's called. We've got our nature song, we have got our stand tall, and we have also got our strong oak as well. Ooh, we've got a few comments about these. We've got Marcia saying the oak tree looks like Compton Oak in Williamsburg, Virginia. Yeah,
I've been to Williamsburg, Virginia. I've been there.
Maybe that gave you inspiration.
That's probably where I remembered it from. It was in the 80s, but I have to say, it's a good memory.
That's
I can't remember
memory.
what I
That's
the room
impressive.
for, but
that's impressive, you remember that there. Yeah. Oh, Mary Beth Doyle has your Sheena leaf stamps coming today. And, oh, Linda Arm says she has both sets of the rocker blocks and love them. Well, these will fit brilliantly on those large rocker blocks, work together perfectly. $17.97 or $22.35 for all three of those stamps. Platinum price £14.38 or $17.90. And I think Sheena's going to show us a different way to use them.
well, you know what? I'm mixing it up. Like I say, I'm spoiled. I am just like a kid in a toy shop because
I can imagine.
with all this Corrine product, it's like I have been set free. I'm loving it. And sparkle pens next because why not? Why would you not? I love sparkles. Back in the day, I used to rock these many shows and I love them. So let me explain what they look like. When you get them, you're going to get your sparkle pens in your sets, all gorgeous colours. But when they're new, they've got this band here, all right? Now, I'm going to say now, when you store your sparkles, store them lying down like that. Don't store them in a thing like that, okay? Store them lying down. And the reason being, this has got a solid in it. It's a super fine mica glitter in this. So a solid will always sink to the bottom, will it not? So if it sinks to along the long area here, which is where this is all contained, all the magic is contained in this bit, when you shake it, because you have to shake it to wake it, it's going to agitate and move a lot easier than if you've got a plug that's solid there at the bottom and there's not much movement across that to distribute it, if that makes sense. Just a physics thing. So store them like that. Now, the next thing you'll notice, it's got this band on them when they're brand new. So what you do is you are going to take your top off. You're going to see how that's absolutely brand new. There's nothing gone through there yet because that means it's sealed. This is a sealed compartment. You take that off there, you get rid of that little band, then you tighten this up like that. What that's doing is it's breaking the seal between the stuff that's in here and that. And then the next thing is, these are going to be a bit crunchy when they're brand new.
Yeah.
It's just got like a coating on them that will, it's like a gum arabic, you know, when you buy a new paintbrush and it keeps them in shape. Yeah. The next thing is clue is like it says push. So if you want to get that stuff moving a little bit, you can see there already starting to come through, yeah? Just a little bit. Be careful because it will come through and then you'll see it wicking through and then you'll see the colour start to appear at the base of these bristles. Can you take that? That's really cool. Let me bring that up for you. It's you see, you can just
there it
see
is,
that there.
look.
Look, see, it's coming through that side. Right, now there, just cease and desist. You don't need to do any more, guys, because that's almost ready to use. Let me get a scrap bit of paper. I've got a bit here. And if you do that, see, it's already coming through there. Isn't that a gorgeous colour? But the next bit is, remember, every time you use them, give them a really good shake. So let me show you how you can make some fun backgrounds with these. Next thing you're going to want watercolour paper. That's the essentials.
Because they're water-based products.
Water-based. If it's water-based, if you dilute it in water, water-based. If it's alcohol pen, Nina. Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing, really high-tech kit here, a kitchen sponge. All right,
That's the tiniest kitchen sponge.
It's the tiniest. Well, it's cut up. I'm being that frugal. I'm not even using the full kitchen sponge.
Wow.
I know. And this is like posh. This is me being not a show up. Normally, the ones I'm carrying around with me, they are well loved. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling this way. There was one day I was preparing for a workshop and I had about 30 bits of sponge like this and I was sitting pulling all these bits and somebody thought it was like a protest or something. Or Sheena's totally lost the plot here. It's like, you know, I had a pile of little bits of sponge and all these little... It's like,
which bit were we using? Are we using the bit that's left or the little bits?
Yeah, using the bit that's there. You're getting rid of all the little bits because I'll tell you what we're doing, right? The idea, I like to give you the idea why we're doing this. We're kind of emulating what a natural sponge would look like. It's going to have that random factor, isn't it? But we don't want to use the natural sponge. We're using just a regular bit of kitchen sponge. And so that's ready. Now, the next thing to do, get your water container and just wet your sponge, wet it, and then squeeze out the water so that it's just damp. All right? That's probably the way we're going to use it more often than not. Next thing, choose your colour. So this one, we're just going to go full on, blink-tastic with colour. And the one set here in its entirety I'm using is that one's Essentials.
Bright Essentials.
Bright. Yes,
Bright Essentials.
Bright, yeah. And so I'm just multi-shaking here. Look at that. It's like I've done it before. Look at that. All right, so we'll get them all mixed up, get the glitter going, but then I'm going to take the colour out. So this is just different ways to use them. And you know that bit where I said don't squeeze? Well, I'm squeezed a little bit out there because I want to use it with the sponge. I'm going to apply it with the sponge. And like all colours, always start with your lightest colour first, okay? Right, that one's already playing nicely there. Got loads of colour.
They can be applied direct to your cards, depending on the technique
and we'll
you're
do
doing.
that probably in a minute, but right now, we'll do it like this. So basically, on here, we've got 3 colours. Now, if you think about colour mixing, when these two mix together, we're going to get purple.
Yeah.
When the yellow and the blue mix together, we're going to get a green. And then when those two mix together, we're going to get orange. So we're going to have lots of secondary colours with this as well.
Our producer was so pleased with himself that he got those colour mixing together.
Miss, you know, at school, you know when you used to like want to be the milk monitor back in the day, this is way back when we had milk at school, and you used to cross your arms and like sit as tall as you could, or put your hand in the air.
That was Dean in our ear then, wasn't it?
I had a vision of him doing that. Mr. Anno.
It was green, he was shouting.
Me. So, right, I'm going to give that a bit more shake. I don't know how new that one is. So, basically, what we're going to do...
I found that sparkle pens, the louder the rattle, the less ink is left in them.
Yes.
Because there's obviously... that ball bearing can move around. When they're new, that rattle isn't as loud because there's a lot of liquid. So if you start to get a really loud rattle, you know your pen's starting to run out.
Is that the cry for help, Corrine?
Yeah.
Help me.
That looks amazing.
Isn't that cool? Just with a bit of kitchen sponge, yeah? And then you're just going to keep adding.
And you're not cleaning it off between?
No, I'm just picking it up. Now we're going to put some more blue in this and we're going to get a bit more. This is just the first layer here. So we've got that down there. I'm going to clean that sponge now and then we can say, right, where are we going to emphasise that colour? I'm going to put a bit more yellow in there, so I'll squeeze a little bit more like that. We definitely want more blue and I'm thinking, there might not be much.
Come on. Got some?
Come on, blue. Come on, you can do it.
Would you like to swap?
Yes, please. If you can get a blue that's going there, that'll be lovely.
You might need to get, I'm coming round. You might need to give it a quick wipe. I think I've had a leaky pen in here.
Okay.
Can I have the blue so that my pack's still full?
There you go.
Thank you. What, you might need to give it a wipe.
Thank you.
But you're
No
already
worries.
mucked up, aren't you?
Yeah, always. I tell you what though, big tip, and I carry this with me now, a bar of soap. Proper soap, not your liquid soap.
All right.
Yeah, proper soap will do it, like a solid bar of soap. That stuff just gets your hands much cleaner, quicker. It just works a treat.
Oh, there we go, top tip.
There you go. So I'm just continuing with this and just have a play with it and just kind of like, keep layering it up. And if you dry it and then go over again, you're going to get more intense colour. The secret being, don't use loads of water because you'll be diluting your colour. Use less water, more of your sparkle, but just build it up bit at a time, and then you've got more control that way. Right, so here's your new blue, true blue, baby.
Has it got more in it?
Yeah, loads.
Oh, that's
loads
better.
of it. Right, so can you see how? And then when you got that first base colour on, you can go, oh, we'll just pop a bit more yellow in there. We've got a little strike. So I'm trying to keep colours separate as well, Corrine, so that we've got where they're mixing, but we've also got the colours like a little streak of more intense pink. And if you layer it and use less water, you're going to get more texture. Can you see the way that's? I've got more texture.
You can't actually go wrong with this, can you?
You really, the only thing you can do wrong is just overwork it and have everything blended into everything too much. So you haven't got that definition. Did you see the way I've clearly left some pink there and I've clearly left some yellow? But if you blend everything with everything, you'll just end up with an overall smushy mess.
Yes.
Yeah? So just be aware of that. I'm going to pop a little bit of blue at the bottom here, a little bit more of that blue, and then we're going to dry it, and we're going to stamp that tree on there.
So you're not losing the sparkle at all because you've hardly used any water, have you?
That's the secret. That's the secret. Now, and the thing is as well, the sparkle, as always, you don't see it in the sparkle pens until it dries.
Yeah,
it's
comes
like, where's the
much
bling
stronger,
gone? And then you
doesn't
dry
it?
it and it's like, oh, like magic. So let me wipe that up. This is not interesting now. I'm just going to dry this with a heat gun,
Okay, I'll
guys.
just remind everybody of the deal because, there you are. Rosalind Russell says, love when Sheila does this sponge technique. There you go. Oh, Hannah Cousin says, before we've been told to store sparkle pens upright, I think by Leanne or Sarah, otherwise they can leak. Does anyone else remember that? Oh, I store mine flat. I definitely store mine flat as well. So yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, see what's the best way, you find the best way to do that. I can understand them storing upright so that they don't leak, but I don't tend to store mine like that, I store them flat. Now, the ones you're going to get in this is 12-piece collection. You have got your antique vintage, which is giving you your fig, your peacock blue, and your maroon. Now, very different blue. This blue's got a lot more green in it, I think you'll find when you come to use it. You've got your Essential Brights, which has got your aquamarine, your pink garnet, and your firefly. They're the three colours that you've just seen our Sheena using. The third one is, what do we call this? Tint and Tone. You've got your Crystal Clear, which is like your overlay, your Starry Sky, and your Onyx Black as well. You can see this one's a nice new pack. They've still got the bands on, as is this one. This is our Earthy Naturals with our Holly Leaf, our Smoked Quartz, and our Harvest Moon. So if you want all 12 of those pens, maybe you're topping up on some that you've had previously that have run out, £35 or $50. But if you're platinum today, £28 or $40. That's an amazing, amazing deal. And that is perfect timing because Sheena has just switched off her heat gun.
Absolutely.
So are you there?
I am almost there. Just still got a mess here. I'm going to wipe this up. I'm going to show you how
People like
amazing
to
this
see
looks.
how you get rid of your mess as well. I think it's important.
Well, look at my hands, right? This is what we need to look at as well. Look at that. Look at the state of this. Sparkle pens do it better than anything, seriously. So what I'm going to do before the next show, I'll be washing my hands with that soap, and I hope it's not going to let me down because that's how bad they are, guys. But when I come back,
they'll be lovely and clean.
I'll not be a show up at all. I'll be nice and presentable again, well, sort of.
Right, so look at the messy crafter. Are you a messy crafter, or do you like to clear up between when you're going?
Just clear the mat Oh, Marie, I'll tell you, no, I'm not a tidy person by nature. Don't get us started. We'll have a domestic. But yeah, I'm not a tidy person at all. But when I'm crafting and the heat, the mat, then I do clean up because I don't want to get that where I don't want it to get it. Are you picking up the sparkle on that, guys? Can you get it? Look at it. Does that look like
amazing, doesn't it?
It's like a galaxy far, far away.
I can imagine that's an explosion
my home
in the middle of a volcano.
It is, yeah, lava, yeah, or my home, yeah.
Absolutely
cool?
Brilliant.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to stamp this tree, this pretty nature song, but I'm going to use the repositionable, and the reason being I want this to look really, really dark, this tree. So you know when you've got like a solid, like almost a silhouette, the repositionables my go-to. Rocker blocks all the rest of the time. Like you, many moons ago, many years ago, Leanne Chivers was trying to get me to use rocker blocks, and I was thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Look, Chivers, I'm stamping. That's what I do. You know, I was stamping, and that's me. I'm a stamper. And it's working, but I tell you what, I am so pleased I did. Because that one large rocker block, and I could stamp any size stamp with it as well, even the tiniest weeny little one. Fabulous. So that's there. I'm going to use my opaque black, which Corrine kindly found for me here. So because I want this to be really dark against that background, then I'll tell you what we're going to do. Everything's we're like moving with a story. It's like it was planned. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp this using the opaque in the black. But all those other colours are fabulous for this too. But I want this to look really like silhouetted against that super bright background. Then I'm going to use the water reactive to blend around the outside to show you how all of these water-based products work lovely together. Now this might well need a couple of times to go over it, and I'm really pressing hard on this because watercolour cards, texture card, it is. I'm going to go over that again, but you can see how pretty that's going to look, isn't it, against that background? So inking it up again. If this was a brand new juicy, brand new ink pad, maybe you'll get away with maybe the first one. I might even have to do with 3, I don't know, but that's why you've got the option on what your stamping device of choice is going to be. For speed, if it was just an outline stamping, rocker blocks all the way. If it's something like this, then I would use that repositionable. And I'm going to do it one more time, guys, because I want that a bit more opaque. So it's not the like, here we go again, literally watching paint dry. But it's important to get it so that it's got that impact against that background. Okay, so because that background is powerful, and if you're stamping on top of mica is a more difficult surface to stamp onto.
It's going to resist, isn't it?
It is, because it is a solid. It's a mineral mica, and originally mica was used to strengthen paint for outdoor, like railings and things like that. And then us crafters got one mitts on it and went, "Ooh, it's so pretty, we'll have that." So now we've got that really pretty card, but what will make it look better is if I bring into the mix my Midnight Water Reactive. I don't know why I'm saying it quietly, as if like, you didn't see me, this didn't happen. Saying out, but I'm using this one. It's like you're allowed.
We have to whisper at midnight.
I know, that's right. That's it, maybe it's like conditioning from being a kid, be quiet. It's about the only time I would be quiet, mind, even still. But no, not now even, no, not even midnight. So can you see now, over the top of that background we've created, and this now is adding that impactful top layer, just in a vignette style around the outside, which will make the middle look even brighter, because it's all about, without the dark, there is no light and all that stuff, it's all about contrast and where to use it and how to make them work for you. So this is where mixed media really does come into its own, because we've used mixed mediums on this, and actually in Colour Me Happy as well, just say, we're going to do a masterclass uncoloured pencils.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see that. I love this. Comments come through, and we've just had one from Cheryl Kay. All it says is, look at that, with an exclamation mark. That's all she says. Look at that. That just sums it up, doesn't it? I think Cheryl is loving
get a bit
that.
Of black card, so it'll show it off a bit
Wow.
better if you put a little. There you go, guys.
Wow.
How about that for full on colour? You really, that's what you want. That's what you want out of these products. You want them to. You can't do that without the right materials.
No. Would you mount that onto black, or would you do white and then black? Because it's
you know
the
what?
blue.
That's the thing, Corrine. Give it a try. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So this is exactly. I'm pleased you said that, because people think you automatically know first time what would look the best, and you don't. You got to give it a try at home and then go like, that looks
I think that
even
works, doesn't
more
it?
of a pow, doesn't it? Because you see the background even better.
Yeah.
So both. I very rarely use a colour for mounting unless it's like a metallic. Or a satin.
Yeah.
But usually it's got black somewhere, because black
It
just
does make it
draws
pop.
your eye
Yeah.
right
But
to
I
the
like
centre.
the white between the
White or
navy
black.
and the black
Yeah.
works really well.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want that, loads of comments coming in, and I'll go through those. If you want Sheena's tree collection, just shows you. I mean, some people might think, no, I'm not an artist, I can't be doing those. The techniques that Sheena has done, she used the strong oak, and she coloured it with she stamped it rather with the Aqua pens, and then we have just gone into our Nature's Song and creating that lovely background. Whether you do it with your draw the line, or like she's just done now with the sponge, it's entirely up to you, but you'll also be getting stand tall as well. All three of those, £17.97 or £22.38. Your platinum price, £14.38 or $17.90. Now, a couple of minutes ago, and it literally only was a couple of minutes ago, Alicia said, will the Crafter's Companion all-purpose paper work with this technique? You're using water, Alicia, and I'll let our Sheena have her comments. Really, you need your watercolour card. Now, we're doing a 3-pack today with 45 sheets for $14.98 or $17.98. Your platinum price for that is £11.18 or $14.38. What do you say, Sheena?
I would say give yourself the best chance of success. And
it is, isn't it?
You, when you've done it for a while, you can make it work for you in certain ways. But when you're learning a technique, watercolour card definitely. And if you want to draw the line, absolutely watercolour card. So that's my go-to. If I'm using any water-based product, I go to watercolour card. End of.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's why we have it. We have multi-purpose for every day. We have Nina for your alcohol, and we have the watercolour card. If you're doing anything that is water-based, start putting water-based products on your multi-purpose, and you're going to start. It can pill up. You get that pilling effect on it, or it can bobble and wick up and cockle up. That's the word I was looking for, cockle, when it all goes all ribbly and bouncy. So wow, this is coming through fast. Linda says, hi Sheena, I love your demonstrations. Guess what? Your leaf die stamp set bundle from last week is due to be delivered today.
Oh,
Yippee.
fantastic. I love that. I've got to say, that might be my favourite collection. So far, but I'm just saying so far because I know what's coming.
Oh, you tease,
But it's next month. Next month, yeah.
Nanny to the girl says, wow. Christine Mahoney says, that's gorgeous, Sheena. Amazing, says Sue Benson. Liz Art, the black really sets that off. Colleen says, wow, beautiful, Sheena, gorgeous. The technique that Sheena just did with the sparkle pens and with the tree stamp, I'd love to see some of you have that go maybe with your Aqua pens and then with a different stamp. It'd be lovely if you just take that as your inspiration and then try it with things that you've got. The effect could be amazing. Oh my days, wow, 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 says Lindsay. Sheena, a song has just come to mind, Walking After Midnight. That is awesome.
Oh, cool. Is that Patty Klein? Was that a Patty Klein one?
Yes, with it saying, yeah.
Was it?
I'm
usually quite good at there's nothing else in my head. Yeah, I used to love Pop Master. Oh, I used to score myself. I can't do the new one. They've got a new one, this 10 to top. You'd be great at it because you can add up. I'm rubbish. I lose track of it unless I'm with the person who's answering. Oh no, it's not as easy. Anyway, I just want to mention that's covered in opaque ink pad, and I don't know if we've got the stamp cleaner, but I just wanted to say that's what I'm doing in between.
Is it you're cleaning your stamps with
that's what I'm using.
Yeah,
just I don't
perfect.
I can't tell you.
Your hand is the best tool to clean your stamps with, isn't it?
Oh, I absolutely love. For a stamper, if you haven't got it, do yourself a treat. Just add it in the basket. I'm just saying. We weren't planning on using it, but I use it all the time. So
is that one yours, or is that one off the counter?
Yeah. Can you tell? Is that one mine? Yeah, that'll come out and it'll get cleaned in a minute. But yeah, it's wet. You can see it's not just talking the talk. That gets used.
Yeah, that really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Beautiful, says Wendy. Graham, Wendy Woodhouse says these are amazing, great techniques. Sandra Dunn says, Corrine, you and Sheena should stay indoors at lunchtime. The weather is evil outside. Yeah, I'm not planning. I've got my jacket potato on order and I'm not going far. And she says, by the way, ladies, you both look fabulous today. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you,
That's
Sue.
a lovely person, that is. Yeah,
yes.
she's lovely.
She loves all your collections as well.
She's getting better at this one.
There it is. Yeah. Yes, Sheena, says Karen. That's all she says. And Christine Mahoney says, the Leaf and the Snowflake collection, I bought 2 full sets of them and have them already because I love them so much.
Wow, Christine, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Share some stuff. Share it. Yeah, let's see what you're making.
Yeah. Robbie Hedrick, I ordered the basic Leaf set, and when it came, I went back and ordered all of the other accessory stamps, waiting for them to come in soon.
Oh, you know
there you go.
Such a nice set, that one, yeah.
You do the best demo, Sheena, says Wendy, and beautiful, Sheena, says Mary Beth Doyle.
Can I say something, Corrine? Just quickly, sorry, but you see this one here and that one there. Imagine just expanding the little bit bigger, then getting your leaf. Those of you who've got the leaf, the die in the leaf collection, cut it out of there. This is exactly what I was saying. You'll use that die so much. Yeah. It looks stunning.
It does.
They look fabulous.
Absolutely beautiful. We're loving those. Now, I know Sheena used the opaque inks, but these are your water-based inks that we're going to show you next. So again, your water reactive, sorry. So again, you maybe want to be using it on your watercolor card because you're going to maybe add some more water and do this. Now, there are 15 ink pads in this collection for £50 or $80. If you're platinum, it's going down to £40 or $64. That is less than £3 an ink pad, by my reckoning, because it'd be £45. Yeah, less than £3 an ink pad, so that's amazing. So you're going to get your smoked emerald, you're going to get your green topaz. I love green topaz, it's lovely. The midnight that you've just seen our Sheena use, damson wine. You're going to get smoked pearl and smoke plume. So you can see there, much darker. The smoked pearl is a much darker than the smoked plume. You're going to get your anthracite, again a really useful one to have. Your spar blue, which is a really nice, very, very pale blue. Your twilight grey, I'm going to have a mess with these in a minute. And your misty mornings. Look at these, I'm just thinking these to be making backgrounds for all those trees would be brilliant. Baby blue, pumice, seal brown. Now, we don't have a lot of seal brown. I remember them telling us when we had our meeting this morning. Fire brown and also sandstorm as well. What an amazing, amazing collection of colours. And if you want all 15 of those today, you can have those for £40 or $64. That would be brilliant. Okay, are we going to do a vote? Are you ready for us to do a vote? She's just sticking.
They're not going to be cards, but I thought at least to them to give them a little bit of a mount around outside. Right? So yes, we're just about there.
We're ready. We've got 3, 2, 3.
We've got 3.
We've got 3. I thought we had.
Speed sticking then. Oops.
There we are.
Right. So number 1 was that one there. This one here.
Brilliant.
Let me give you a little bit of black card there. Number 1.
Oh wow!
Does it look? You see the difference?
Look like a photo.
Putting that little bit of mount around it.
Yeah.
And then a neutral backing. So absolutely cool. That was number 1. So that was just showcasing the aquas. Then we brought in the oak into that one there.
Brilliant.
Which again, that was stamping with the pens. The majestic
Good luck choosing on this, all you lovely people out there.
Why is it that we can't raise the oak? Do you say I just opted out then oak?
Oh.
I couldn't remember what. Leanne will tell you that when I'm drawing, I send things in, it'll be like tree 1, tree 2, tree 3. And then I have to ask the guys in the office, it's like, what do you want to call them, Sheena? I went, you got any ideas? Yeah. So I'll do the pictures, you do the names. So, and then we've got this one here, which is something, it's, don't tell me, Nature Song. I knew there was song in there. I had some. Oh, well, not quite the full picture.
I'm loving that. That would be nice because you used a pigment ink. You could heat emboss it as well, couldn't you?
You could heat, that would make it even. That would be a better option. I would make sure that I would use the definitely use the opaque pigment.
Yeah.
So you can see where it's at, the black rather than clear.
Yeah.
And then use either a black or a clear.
Yeah.
Just make sure your card's completely dry before you do that.
Yeah, you have to make sure your sparkle pens are completely dry, aren't you? But yes. Absolutely beautiful. I am loving that. So please can you select 1, 2 or 3, and then when we've got all the votes, which are Victoria, I think it's it was Victoria, we'll count those up and then we will get back to you and let you know which one has won. Have you got some inspiration to show us?
I have. Would you like to see the trees again, or would you like to see that?
I think we would.
The trees again?
So
Let's have a look at the trees
wanting
again.
the trees, this is the 3 stamp collection. Wow. So have you gone over that with a little bit of white gel pen?
Yes, that white gel pen makes loads of difference. In fact, any of those there that I did just now, that I showed you, the 1, 2 or 3, would benefit with a bit of white gel pen. You
need it to be dry though with white gel pen.
It has to be dry, yes. I've got a couple of tips with white gel pen as well.
Love to hear those.
Next show.
That looks like it's almost been cut out and popped on the top.
Yeah, it does look decoupage, doesn't it? At least that's, my team amazing. They just get these things and just play with them. If you notice some of the stencils, you'll see these were the stencils that came out with the duet ink pads, if you're looking at them. And I just do love the way that wording goes across the base of that tree. It looks quite modern. See, I think that looks really cool. And again, autumnal, change the colours up. Bit of an inky background there, similar to what you've seen us just do. Change the colours of your trees. I love that. That's gorgeous. I think this is Julie's. Multi-stamp the tree. So all you would do is basically mask this first tree. Stamp that one. Create yourself a paper mask, put it over, stamp the other 2 guys behind it and then colour them in. That's just a little quick heads up on that one.
Make sure you've got a roll of masking tape in. Always keep that in, I do.
Yeah, there you go. Or do separate panels and do what the inspiration was with Sharon's card here, which is even easy. Or you can do 3 separate cards. These lend themselves. I know a lot of the guys, in the US have been asking about smaller format cards as well. Well, these are all started life as A6 stamped, which was the plan. So they're all going to fit on that smaller format card. So for posting and just if you want to make quicker cards, but they do mat up and layer up really well to make big focal wow cards like that. Use your stencils in the background like that as well.
And, that's beautiful with the stencil.
Oh, like that! Look at that! Just by matching and layering, it really has made that look super wow. And if you've been using the techniques that we've just been shown today, show them off. You really don't need a lot in the background when you've done all the colour. In fact, you don't want to, because I always say it's like, think of it like the village play, where you've got the star of the show, your A-list actor there or whatever, and then you've got your competitors who want to be in on the act. Don't put them to the back, they're in the background. And then you've got a bit of your stage setting with your black mark card and things, but you only want one star of the show.
You certainly do.
So lead your eye to the main attraction there, and that is definitely see the white gel pen again on there. Next I've got some more samples lined up that I've got prepared to demonstrate if we get time, but if we don't, I'll show you them anyway, where Debbie's used this tree and she's created a one where it looks daytime, change the colours, a few techniques, and it looks nighttime. And so this is where I like to give you theory, not just looking at what we've got to offer you. It's about some theory and what you can take to the rest of your crafting as well. So
that's absolutely brilliant. So we'll be looking at those a lot more in our Colour Me Happy show when we come back at 3 p.m. this afternoon. So make sure you tune in. If you are loving the inspiration, then there is going to be so much more. Now, they've given me a mystery bag and I've not had a time to look through this yet. Oh my goodness me. Oh, right, let's stop. I need to show you. So this is our embossing mystery bag. Now, if you buy more than one of these, the chances are you are going to have some duplicates. Yes, Dean, I know it's not a mystery bag because we're going to go through what's in there.
That would be the worst
I think the mystery bag is
ever.
Things might change. So yeah. So from our Vintage Rose, which we actually only launched within the last month or 6 weeks. Ooh. You have got your Timeless Roses. Now that is a 3D embossing folder. Now all of this should be £73 or $98, but you're going to get this today for £30 or $40 before your Club Inspire discount. Say it with flowers from In the Summer. You've got your Elegant Floral Spray, and again another 3D one. Then from the Garden Gnomes, you're going to get your Summer Scene. I love this. This will go with so many. Don't just think of it as Garden Gnomes. It will go with everything, because not only are you going to get the embossing folder just there, you're going to get the stencils as well to help you do your colouring. Never seen this one before. Hummingbird. Oh my goodness me, that is gorgeous. Again, I thought that was 3D embossing folder, and it looks like it's going to come with stencils as well to help you do your colouring. I've never seen that one before. I love that. Now, Country Lane, the gateway to the country, is a cut and emboss folder. So the gate will actually open and that will cut a little aperture. This one is beautiful. It is the Elegant Flourish. It is a 3D embossing folder. From the So Lovely, you've got your sashiko. I think that's what it's called. That's the technique of that stitching. I'm going to turn it round and see if it's glaring. I can't get it to catch in the light. Ooh, I've got a light on me. You can't see that. That just looks plain. Can you see there? There you can see, yeah, it's that faux stitching, like a shell strip. Also from your So Lovely is your pretty patchwork. Now you can see that because it's got the green on it. Absolutely. And then finally, you've got your Regal Rectangle. Now that's a 3D embossing folder, but you've also got your 4 dies as well to create the mats and layers to go in the centre. Absolutely beautiful. So you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 embossing folders. 9 embossing folders for £30. Okay, less than just about a minute or so left. So I can tell you that the winner from this first show today is number 1.
Oh, you're still loving the Draw the Line.
Still loving Draw the Line.
There you go.
I had so many comments for that. There we go. There we are. Loads of love for the show. Thank you, Sheena. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for a fun show, says Lois. Great show, says John. Inspired to try some new techniques. Great show, Corrine and Sheena. As always, Sheena, wow. And backgrounds are amazing, says Susan Carmichael. So I'm glad you have enjoyed the show. As I said, Sheena and I will be back at 3 p.m. with our Colour Me Happy, and we're going to focus again on all the pens, and she said she's going to do, is that what you're going to do, your masterclass in the different pencils
as well? Yes, because
that should
I think
be interesting.
Once you know how to use them and feel a love for them. Really cool.
Absolutely. We are going to love that. So thank you very much for all of your comments. I'm sorry if I've missed any out. I've tried to keep up with them, but there has been quite a few, and it's been a few to get through. So please, please have a lovely 2-hour break and make sure you come back and join us at, like I say, at 3 o'clock UK time. I don't have my little sheet to say what the comparison times are, but have a lovely break. Come back, and there's so much inspiration coming up. If you've got any comments, send them over, and we'll catch up with you at 3 o'clock. So until then, have a pleasant afternoon. Bye.